Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Farizatul Ansha binti Mazlan.
Hi, my name is Nur Izzuhaiza Reza binti Muhammad Rizal.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Amalia Afifah binti Ahmad Rizwan as a third presenter.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Nadirah binti Mas Hussein. I am the fourth presenter.
Hi guys, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amirul Shahmir bin Mustafa.
First of all, I will explain about air pollution. Air is toxic when it includes pollutants at rates that affect human health, as well as when it affects habitat and other resources that are highly valuable, such as materials and structures. Basically, major source of air pollution is mobile sources such as cars, trucks, bus, and many more. As we know, the world is facing overpopulation issue as well as increasing in the usage of motor vehicles. These emissions um, are the major source of air pollution in many metropolitan areas and lead significantly to air pollution nationally. Next, the other sources of air pollution is stationary sources. Um, Pollution is emitted from stationary sources from a wide range of processes, but most typically from operations such as fossil fuel combustion and processing of raw materials. Other than mobile and stationary sources, air pollution also can exist from natural sources. This is the air pollution that volcanoes, flames, sea spray, and living things normally produce. In addition, there are also a few major pollutants that contains in air pollution that can give effect to human health and also the environment. First pollutant is carbon monoxide. Cars, trucks, and other vehicle or equipment that burn fossil fuel are the main sources of carbon monoxide for outdoor air. Besides that, sulfur dioxide also one of the major pollutant in the air pollution. Sulfur dioxide is a colorless gas that can cause mostly lung function, the respiratory system, and can irritate the eyes. Last but not least, the major pollutant to air pollution is ozone. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, in urban areas, ozone is more likely to hit harmful levels on hot, sunny days, but also can reach a high level during winter time.
Now, we proceed to the issues of air pollution in Malaysia and India. The first issue of air pollution is acid rain. As we know, acid rain is a natural phenomena due to the air pollution that is too bad nowadays. This phenomena caused by the drop of acid from the atmosphere to the earth. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are the main chemical compound that cause acid rain to form. Acid rain will damage the trees and some of the marine life such as oyster, clams and fishes. In Malaysia, most pollutant was come from the combustion of fossil fuel. This is the main cause of the air pollution in Malaysia. Almost 21 million registered vehicles in Malaysia and it is a higher amount of vehicles. In Klang Valley, rapid development is occurring and resulting in the natural resources contamination such as air pollution, water pollution and other pollutions. While in India, there are some places that been developed, which is Taj Mahal area. There is a large number of industry nearest the Taj Mahal. So the quality of air is very bad due to the development. So the acid rain will occur. Acid rain will react with marble of Taj Mahal, which is occur the calcium carbonate, and this will cause the damage of the heritage of the structure and history. The second issue of air pollution is climate change. Climate change is usually happen because of the emission of heat-trapping gases. It is mostly gases of carbon dioxide, which is from the vehicles, industry, and deforestation. Climate change normally happen with a various factors, which are global warming and open burning. In Malaysia, the average surface temperature will be increased by 3 to 5 degrees Celsius. There are various negative effects on the agriculture sector in Malaysia when the temperature rise. According to Ministry of Science and Technology and Environment, it is stated that there is 10% reduction in the rice production for every 1 Celsius increase in the temperature. While in India, climate change occur because of the air pollution. India has been negatively affected by the climate trend. Recent research on the agriculture effect of climate change has basically concentrated on the precipitations and temperature. It shows that India has negatively influenced by the climate change. During 2007 to 2008, world had crisis on food price, which many places had failing in harvest on wheat. India was banned their export of rice for the domestic food security. Okay, lastly, the issues of air pollution is ozone depletion. The ozone layer can be found in the lower of Earth's atmosphere. It can possibly absorb around 97 to 99% of the destruction ultraviolet radiation UV coming from the sun that can harm life on the Earth. If the ozone layer was missing, many individuals will have skin illness and may have immune system problem. Malaysia has approved Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol on substances to reduce the ozone layer under the Vienna Convention for the protection of ozone layer. The confirmation shows that Malaysian obligation to securing the climate, especially the ozone layer. In India, which is New Delhi, is the place that happened to ozone depletion. This happened because of the volatile gases from the vehicles. Warm and stagnant air increases ozone formation. This is the reason why we can see high variability throughout the regions depending on local conditions and meteorology. Ozone is very dangerous to human health. All the population in New Delhi are at the risk.
I will explain about the sources of the air pollution in India. So basically, most of the vehicles in India can cause to the air pollution. It is because the various of gas like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and carbon dioxide is the dangerous gas that released to the atmosphere. Other than that, due to the urbanization, the demand of the vehicles keep increasing day by day, and especially with the third and two-wheel transport in India. So basically, two and third wheel transport in India release much more dangerous gas because of the low maintenance. Other than that, industries also contribute to the air pollution. It is because industry in India, one fourth of the GHG emissions in India. So emissions including chemicals, fertilizers, food and beverage, textile have been measured across the 16 subsectors. So as we can see here, all of the industries that involved in India can cause to the air pollution. It is because of the highest of the GHG emissions gas. Furthermore, India's fuel consumption also is the one of the sources that can cause to the air pollution in India. It is because they prefer more private transportation rather than public transportation. It is also because of their government does not provide the good facilities that come from the public transportation. According to the Jaga Mohan 2018, he stated that in 2018, DC had the largest amount of the fuel consumption in India, and which is about 103 billion liters. This was followed by the gasoline or petrol for the same year with the consumption rate of the approximately 39 billion liters. However, the rising of the fuel consumption in India mark that India is the third largest oil user in the world, and it is also highlights the importance of the country as a driver of the global oil demand, and the full consumption will help underpin oil and fuel in the face of rising concern that demand growth slip in 2019.
Next, I will explain about the impacts of air pollution in India. The air pollution has affected many elements in this world. It is environmental damage that caused by the particles. It is often referred to as particulate matter and consists of liquid or solid particles that are in the air, such as dirt, dust, smoke, and others. Few particles that are large able to see or seem dark enough. For instance, we can always see the smoke in the air, and some of them we cannot recognize them. Firstly, the air pollution will give the bad impacts to Indians' health. Air pollution can contribute to pathological disorders of different kinds, including COPD, skin issues, and pulmonary carcinoma. The other diseases such as dermatitis, bronchitis, and respiratory failure which exposure to harmful environmental contaminants are very common. Basically, it is due to contaminants of this small size created by vehicles from dust and dirt on the street, and these particular matter are the most damaging. They can quickly penetrate the bloodstream and hit the tissues because of their small size. For example, in Delhi, every 2 in 5 individuals suffer from respiratory disorders, and Delhi is one of the countries in India, and it has been known as a asthma capital. Secondly, the air pollution also impacts the crops. The contaminants also affect the yield of crop production and their nutrition. According to a 2014 report, the exposure of air pollution is reducing the yield of rice and wheat crops by half. This is often due to ground level ozone, that is O3. It has a harmful effect to the plant. It forms the toxins that attack the plasma membrane when the O3 is absorbed through the pores on the surface of the leaf. This causes the cell damage, irregular patch, discoloration, contouring, and weathering, which decrease their yields. It will be affecting the planting and production of crops. Thirdly, air pollution can have unexpected effects such as increase the greenhouse gas emission and also the climate change. As we know, the emission from the same fossil fuels that drive the climate change is also powered by the air pollution problems. The greenhouse emissions contribute to warmer temperatures by absorbing the Earth's heat in the atmosphere. All the signs of climate change will occur, such as more extreme weather, sea level rise, and others. It is essentially made from the carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide comes from the burning of fossil fuels and methane, including the large quantities emitted during the oil and gas explorations. Usually, it comes from the industrial and natural sources. For example, Delhi is faced the high temperatures. One of them is the rising temperature that is faced by the most individuals in India and around the world. The increased emission of greenhouse gases such as nitrous oxide, methane, carbon dioxide, and others are contributing to the climate change. These gases are generated by the various sectors of the economy, such as the industry, transport, building, electricity, agriculture, and others. A high portion of greenhouse gas that cause the greenhouse effect are created by these economic activities. These greenhouse effects allow the Earth to warm up, thereby raising the global temperatures, and it also will cause the drought.
So guys, basically in this section, I would like to discuss about the recommendation and also the solution for air pollution. People actively benefit from the environment, and we already know the environment provide us such a great need, such a great thing in order to fulfill and also to improve our quality of life. And many environmental issues were caused by the unregulated and also uncoordinated use of environmental sources. The constant demand on housing, infrastructure, and also the urbanization activity has placed a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure on urban climate, particularly in urban settlement. So city actually adjusts the soil, the water flow, the water quality, and what the most important thing that I want to talk to you is the air quality. This is the main event or the main title that we'll need to discuss today. So there is our ability to conserve. This is our responsibility to preserve our capital, to make wise use of environmental, to ensure that our future can be bright than today. Training of citizens in addressing global environmental issue. Environmental education actually plays a very strategic and also significant roles. People need to further education, particularly in environment, because we already know that environmental is progressing so quickly. In order to provide the environmental awareness and also the environmental concern to the people, environmental concern should be included in the national curriculum on our education. This integration beneficially necessary and even compulsory. The new program, including elementary school, should be updated to include classes and also program in all school. The climate and also associated problems are concern of any level of education. And the top politician, supervisor, manager, and all of the others should be qualified on environmental issue as well. The needs for the close connection between interdisciplinary and also interprofessional activity is one of the fundamental properties of the environmental education. Okay guys, so next would be environmental planning. Environmental planning is actually, it is not a luxury but a cornerstone for a growth. A research must be conducted. A research must be carried out as the part of other feasibility studies before any project begin on determine environmental impact. The industry actually plays an important part in the society development. It is to ensure the prospect of the improving healthcare. The industry does, however, have a detrimental effect on the environment as it is drain of natural resources, for example, and create waste. So in the simple word, EIA must be conducted. What we can do is we can restrict the vehicle use. For example, we already know that car, truck contain the emission that contributing to the air pollution, which is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, and so on. So what we can do is restrict the vehicle use. For example, the government of India have banning some vehicle 20 years old and also above. So this is a great effort in order to control the air quality. So the reduction of the public transit, for example, we use cycling, walking instead of use the vehicle. It is can help to minimize the air pollution. So the amount of the emission we are adding to the environment can be minimized by using the full efficient car, and also the electronic car, which is do not rely on the fossil fuel. And what we can do, we can utilize the public transport. So we can actually sustain our public transit. Many cities contribute to the stronger sustainable public transit and create city plan, for example, including energy, conserve the energy. Okay, next is what we can do. We can keep the engine of the vehicle tuned to decrease the fuel consumption and when we using our vehicle. Other than that, we can take less journey by merging order whenever possible. Many cities contribute to the stronger sustainable public transit, and they also create city plan, for example, including walking, cycling, and public transport network. So this is a great effort in order to cut the emission from release to the our atmosphere. Okay guys, so the next step that we can use, or what we can keep practicing in our daily life, is to conserve energy or use energy efficiently. Actually, conserve the energy not only can be doing at home actually, but it can we can keep practicing in the public area, at the our workplace. So according to the some research in the past decade, demand for the electricity is increased, and it's often driven by the fossil fuel consumption. So the simple step that we can practice anywhere and anytime is by the save electricity, which is we can switching off the light or also the fan if we do not use them. So it at the same time can save the electricity, and also we can use the energy efficient appliance.
For conclusion, India is one of the worst air pollution and contributes to many health issues toward their citizens. Air pollution in India happens because of few major factors, which are vehicle emission, factories emission, and many more. Due to this issue of air pollution, India had faced few impacts, which are harm to Indians' health, decrease in animals' health, give effect to the crops, and also increase to the greenhouse gases and also climate change. However, the government of India must play a role to solve the issue and plan any action to reduce the pollution. Thank you.